Hello, 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 everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? This is kind of a somber night. Um, I had one particular agenda tonight. What I was planning was to just answer the one question of could in my spirit box part of the reading yesterday, if Kaylee could possibly have thought it was Brian Koberger, but maybe it was Brent Kopaka, because he has bushy eyebrows also. And did Kaylee know for sure, now that she's on the other side, she knew who was wearing the mask? Or is it just her perception? And then I was just going to get messages from the four. But as I was eating my dinner tonight, I felt we need to answer the question of why. Yes, I'm holding my phone up because I got my magnifier. I'm just doing it this way. No, I'm not. Haha. I'm going to change shit up. I was going to use the magnifier, but I think I am just bringing up the live and just doing it my normal way. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Yes, it was amazing. It was shocking. First time ever I've ever had a perp named in my readings specifically. But I'm just wondering because Ethan said that Brian Koberger was involved, but not directly. And then Kaylee kind of contradicted that and said he unalived her. Now, before I go any further, my disclaimer. All this is for entertainment purposes only, not based on fact, my opinion, my interpretation of the cards. Okay, I have to say that before I say any more. So, and I've got about 10 decks all around me. Just decks I was called. Well, not decks I was called to. When I was kind of tuning in to the four, Kaylee was picking this deck, and Xana's saying, no, what about this deck over here? Believe me, I heard the conversation going on in my head, the four of them trying to choose what decks, and I finally had to say, okay, that's it. We're not picking anymore. And there was kind of like Kaylee pouting a little bit because, that's just a little funny thing there, little funny story. So all the decks that are out were chosen by the four. How many of them I'm going? And I'm sitting here saying how many of them am I going to use? And all four of them unanimously say all of them. I don't think I'm going to get through all the decks, but we'll see how this goes. Okay. I'm just saying hi to everybody because it'll take me forever to get through and try to name each individual. Okay. So let's just answer the infamous question of could have been a case of mistaken identity in that spirit box. Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Hermit, definitely feels like, and there's more than one vehicle involved in this. That's exactly what I got. More than one vehicle. Um, Eight of Wands, Five of Wands, the fight, okay. Um, the High Priestess, Justice. Then I got Eight of Swords. This Eight of Swords looks like somebody that's on ice, right? Okay. I know I got to go with my gut. They're telling me, what's your intuition telling you, Jen? That's exactly what the High Priestess is saying to me. Justice card is feeling like the justice system behind bars. I know people are going to disagree with me, but that's okay. But I'm seeing the struggle. But what I'm seeing here, I stand by what the spirit box was saying, along the lines of, and what the card's saying is that the right person, one of the people, is locked up. And I'm getting that part of all this mess, I think I personally think that there's multiple motives, because in the case of Ethan and Xana, it started with a fight. Where do you know where there was a fight? There was a fight and a lot of angry words between Ethan and Xana and somebody else. There was a fight. And it was very emotional. It was very heated, very emotional fight that probably involved some money here as well. And somebody acted alone in part of this. Okay. Or made the decision on their own with that hermit. But at the same time, Koberger played a part too. I'm not seeing indication of him doing the action, but he was directly involved. Yeah, he was directly involved because he had a direct connection to the Emperor. I think Koberger sat high up in the organization. He had a direct connection with the emperor. This part, like I said, this part of the reading this is alleged also. This is just about whether Kober actually, you know, King of Pentacles, paid well. He was the right-hand man. He was a right-hand man to somebody really high up. That's what's so mysterious about Brian Koberger. Brian kept to himself a lot. He kept to himself. He was well off. He had plenty of money because he was well paid by the emperor. Okay? And what's the story that's not being told is that he helped plan the whole thing. He was part of the planning. That's where his part plays. And that's why, because he planned it, why it came out yesterday that yeah, Koberger's behind bars and he should be. He needs to stay there. Okay? Because what I'm getting is that I'm getting that he may even have provided the knives, for that matter, but he planned it. And I think Kaylee, when she said he unalived me, was because he planned it. And I mean, he had a really big part in how things went down. Okay. So now we have that out of the way. Um, okay, so we got that out of the way. Now, the next segment of this of tonight's readings that I am doing, we're going to look into the why. Okay. I'm going to get the strongest energy of foundations. I'm using a deck here that is only the major arcana. I'm pulling one major arcana card. I chose this one. Sort of. I have like 3 or 4 decks that are just major arcanas, and the 4 kind of agreed with me to use this deck. I was going to use a different one, but this was handy, and and it kind of called to me. What do we have? The world as the basis. And I shit you not. What the world is about is a cycle. And somebody wanted closure. Somebody wanted to close the door on the 4. Or it may even have been just one of them that was the target, and the other 3 were at the wrong place at the wrong time. But somebody was looking for some kind of closure, and they knew that they had to complete this. Okay? Then I'm using the other, I was called to this particular true crime deck tonight, which is kind of, I don't use this one a lot. This is from 1111. So the basis was closing something. Closing. That is a big reason. And we're going to get to surrounding circumstances of the why. Why did this cycle have to close? Why did the lives of those 4 have to come to an end? Okay. We got thief, which comes with stolen, robbed, taken, family, siblings, relative, grandparents, child. This is answering another question that has been floating around the internet. I forget which one of the girls it was. I want to say it was Xana. Somebody was pregnant at the time of the unliving. So there weren't 4 victims. There were 5. There were 5 victims whose lives were stolen from them. I am getting the energy of jealousy, that somebody was, I'm not sure why you're getting buffering. It's probably YouTube. Just saying. Yeah, I think that one of the girls were pregnant. And somebody was jealous and was pissed over that. That's what I am getting. Okay. Is there anything else from this deck? I just feel like this deck is not done yet. One more. Third party. Visitor. Guest. This is saying there was somebody else. There was more than one. We've said this all along anyhow. There was more than one perpetrator. That's what that's telling me. Okay, what else can you tell me? Creeper. Uninvited guest. This is definitely somebody who was not welcome in the house. Somebody was not welcome there. They may even have been told, stay away. Haunted stairs. And that haunted them, ascending to a higher level. That is telling me their anxiety, their sense of rejection, escalated thanks to new heights. Pumpkin seeds, waiting and analyzing. And so I think that somebody waited for the right opportunity. I think that there were multiple motives here. Disguise, unhappy home or place. And to add salt to the wounds, there was some, allegedly speaking, somebody in the house who was not happy. And they put on a false face and they were pretending to care, pretending to be a friend. Somebody put on a false face, a costume. They were pretending. Because there was like this storm just brewing here. Somebody was brewing really bad. Okay. So, and I think I've said this in readings before where I felt that the motive ran deeper. That, yes, I think that there was a couple different motives. One of them was jealousy. I'm picking that up here right now. Jealousy and feeling scorned and rejected. Okay. That was part of it. The other part of it was, I we'll see if it comes out in the main reading, but I'm feeling potentially it could have to do with those frat boys as well. Yes. Drugs and jealousy. Yes. Okay. Xana picked this deck. Just so that you know. Last minute, she goes, oh, you got to pull out this other tarot. I had a different one. She changed her mind. She originally it was like original deck was supposed to be the Supernatural. The Supernaturals based off that show. And she says, no. This is what I want. I think Xana liked purple. That'd be interesting to find out because, this has like that purple gilded edge. I think Xana liked purple. Okay. So, I'm shuffling. Yeah, I was just reading some of the text, some of the comments. Because my computer's too far away, I can't see it. I was using the magnifier app on my phone. I says, no, it's just more convenient for me to have the chat up on my phone itself and just pick it up now and then. Okay. I am going to do like a Celtic cross, but kind of modify it a little bit. Okay. So, what is the situation? What was the situation as to why these unalivings happened? What is the situation as to why? No shit, Sherlock. The death card. Transformation. Yes. What else with the death? It is about the unalivings. It was about to change things. It's about to transform things. It's like almost like I'm getting that silencing. Five of Cups. So this is talking about one of the things with the emotional side of things. Now, I'm also getting that somebody regrets right now. Somebody is feeling guilty. Somebody is sitting in regret in which they would not have done what they did. Because they were emotionally charged at the time. And I'm just getting this image of somebody acting very impulsively on emotions. So, what it was the challenge or the opportunity in this case for these unalivings? What was challenging the perps? Detachment, Six of Swords, movement. Again, that's another transition card. And this is in the mind, the communication. This is the rejection. What challenged one of the perpetrators to do this heinous act to one of the victims that perp now regrets has to do with one of the girls. This almost looks like Xana. Was there somebody obsessed with Xana? Just wondering if somebody was obsessed with Xana. But this is like kind of showing me that one of the girls, she told one of the perps, no, I'm not interested. Okay. Kind of, and was very, maybe a little bit cold and detached, but there is a sense of rejection here. And so this person became emotionally detached and acted was not in a sound mind. I want to get another card with this attachment. I just feel I need another one. Detachment. Exploration. The Fool. So somebody took a risk. The Fool is also associated with taking a leap of faith and taking a risk. And I'm getting also that somebody took a risk to tell one of the girls how they felt. And they got turned down and got rejected. Okay. So what was the influence? What was the this is what the situation was, what was going on. Because there was definitely conflict, okay? But what was the influence that caused, what were some of the influences that was causing the unalivings, please? Show me influences. Eight of Swords. That's imprisonment, capture. So this is where the other motive comes in. Somebody was facing jail time, imprisonment. There was communication going on. And I'm going, yes, I am going back to that. Hey, Maddie, what did you tell Adam? Conversation, the food truck. Okay. Something was told that could have caused somebody to go to prison. The Star. I don't even know why I pulled another card. I guess it just happened. There seemed to be some kind of divine star. Changed her path. Changed the lives. There is a change in life path for the Four as a result of this communication that had happened. I think it's going back to that food truck. Now, what was the root cause? What caused this? Wow, that was a little bit forceful, wasn't it? Four of Swords. The Four unalivings. A lot of thought. Repose. So the root cause. Damn it, I need another card with that. Because that's talking about the Four unalivings. Okay. So, the influence here. The communication, it changed everything. It changed the life path of the Four. That there we got the death here that led to the unaliving, the rest in peace, which are not, has to do with 10 of Wands, a burden. So whatever was said at that food truck, whatever Maddie said to Adam, created a hardship for somebody. And they felt that the only answer to alleviate that hardship was the Four victims, the Four unalivings. Okay. No offense, but this is my reading. You might have saw something different in your reading, but just saying. Okay, what was the past influence? What the actions that were being taken just before the unalivings? Oh my. the habit, dependency. This is the devil card. Evil, evil thoughts, evil actions at play. Somebody with really negative thoughts. Somebody felt chained. Wow. My cards are flying. Oh my God. The Queen of Wands. She is always represented in my readings here. She is always represented one of the surviving roommates. Now, the Queen of Wands represents determination. It says determination on here. Somebody was determined to do this evil deed. But there is a feminine energy attached to this. Seven of Pentacles in this deck represents progress, but is also waiting. It is evaluating the situation. Waiting it out. We have a Queen of Wands here. Who knew? And she just had to wait it out. Now, we did have the Hermit card that had popped out earlier. You know, somebody holding back. And if you look here, and before you ask, some people have asked me what deck this is. This is called the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. But it almost looks like horns on her, doesn't it? Look like horns? We got the Devil card. And the Seven of Pentacles can also be it's planting seeds. It's also planting. So we have a feminine here who knew prior to the atrocities what was going down. Somebody knew. And look at this. Look at that blonde hair. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. Now, the future influence. We're going to look at the future influence as to, okay, so there's the planning. We got kind of like some of the reasons why. One of the motives had to do with something being said that threatened the freedom of somebody else, that caused the change in the path, the life path. Because when I see the star energy, it's not just about hope. It's also about guidance. It's also healing. It's divine timing. And it is also life path. So the life path was altered, right? Because of something that somebody said. Food truck. Okay? In addition to that, we've established a second motive, which indicates jealousy, rejection, being hurt. Okay? And all in all, I think in both cases, there was a cross, a hardship. A hardship for the person or the ones that were looking at jail time, and there was a hardship for the one who was hurting, who was in pain, who did not know any other way to heal their pain. And to add to the mix, we have a feminine over here. And I'm getting self-preservation mode. I don't That's just coming to me. But we have all that happening. Then the night happens. Right? The death card is here. You know, somebody doing something risky. And we have the death, the unalivings of the four. What happened immediately after the unalivings? Let's take a look. What happened immediately after the unalivings? What did the perpetrators do? Temperance. There's drink here. In this deck it says moderation. But I'm seeing the image of drinks, maybe celebrating. Notice 14 comes right after 13, and we've got 13, 14, 15 of the major arcana all right in a row. Not right in a row, but all in a spread. That is a progress. 7 of Pentacles. The way things went down, timeline. Tell me more about the Temperance. Tell me more about what happened next. 5 of Wands, Queen of Swords. There was a rivalry, and somebody felt justified in their actions. That 5 of Wands is a fight. And what's coming to my mind is Ethan and Xana. Somebody felt justified in their actions. Okay. And there is a sense of celebrating. One more. 3 of Wands, patience. Expecting. So I'd like to know what they were expecting. What was somebody waiting on and expecting right after? What were they expecting? A message. Page of Pentacles. Okay. There is a story here of what happened next. I'm going to go through this. Okay. Temperance. 3 of Wands. Okay. A sense of celebrating. Probably drinking, alcohol involved. But there was a certain waiting. What were they waiting for? They were waiting for the right time to communicate. There's something about the timing here. I've said all along there was an issue with the timeline, the time of deaths. That's what this is. There was something here about Waiting. Waiting to call Queen of Swords. There was communication about what to do, about waiting before calling 911. The Five of Wands. There was two perpetrators, two motives. And it's still referring. There may even have been a disagreement. My God, oh my God. There was also a discussion, a disagreement on calling 911. Somebody wanted to call and they were told, no, you got to wait. Bingo. Bingo. Now we're going to look at how did the perpetrators feel, or how did they view this whole incident? Like when word got out about the unlivings, what was their perspective? What was their viewpoint? Concealment. Secrets. Their viewpoint was, we got to keep quiet about this. We don't know anything. The Magician. We pulled it off in secrecy. It was successful. This is somebody who is very, very skilled. Somebody very, very, somebody had the skills to pull this off. And it's almost like somebody's hiding their skills. They had extremely skilled with a knife. Extremely skilled with knives that they are concealing, that they are not talking about. And there is this sense of, I did it. We did it. Okay, and what was the environment like during this? External influences. What were external influences in this? Why? That's funny how the cards could be almost literal. 10 of Swords. It's over. It's over. What else? Tell me more. It had to be done. King of Swords. This is saying the external influence was somebody who made the decision, somebody who dictated, and the external influence was somebody who gave an order of unaliving. And I bet that has to do with, I feel that order came down, the decision was made because of the communication that went out, that was said, things that were said that would have caused somebody to go to prison. And their only hope, this is where the hope definition comes in, their only hope to stay out of prison was to unalive these four And I'm seeing a lot of threes because I feel like there was only supposed to be 3 unalivings. The 4th one happened to be there. Wrong place, wrong time. And I have a feeling that that's Ethan. I don't know. My intuition says Ethan was not supposed to be unalived. But because he was there, he could not be left as a witness. Okay? Okay. Now, what are the next things? What was the next thing that the perpetrators needed to do after this all happened? Their next course of action. 7 of Swords. Lie. Cover it up. Avoidance. Maybe even run. I'm hearing like get out of the area. We need to get out of the area. What else can you show me with this? I shit you not. Got the fucking justice card. Fucking justice card. We've got to run to avoid justice. We want to stay free and out of jail with this. We got to run. Somebody who did it is in hiding. Oh my God. We go back to the moon card. Hiding. We got somebody who did this who is currently in hiding, who ran, who fled, who flew the coop, and who said, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm getting as far away from Idaho as I can. Okay. The outcome. What is going to be the outcome for these perpetrators? Oh, we got a little bit of a story here, too. Multiple cards fell out. 4 of them. Queen of Cups. Shit. 9 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands. 5 of Swords. Okay. The 5 of Swords is welcomed in this instance, and I will explain this. This is the last card that came out. There's a series of things that's going to happen while wrapping this all up. Okay. We got the Queen of Cups. Self-preservation, self-love, intuition. This could even be us readers here on YouTube that people start listening to. But anyhow, but for the perpetrators, Queen of Cups with the 9 of Cups. Getting my wish, getting my heart's desire. I got away with this. Ace of Pentacles. It's not just abundance, it's planting a seed, a new start. Somebody is wishing for a new start after this emotional disaster. They think they're getting it. And Page of Wands, new adventure. But there is some kind of communication that is still out there. And I feel that there's a communication out there that's the perpetrator is going to end up defeated. There is a self-sabotaging energy with at least one of the perpetrators. And I would say the one who had their heart on their sleeve, the guy had their ego bruised. That they're going to communicate something. They're going to slip up. They're going to shoot themselves in the foot. Somebody, I feel the one that had their ego hurt, the heart broken, the rejection, is going to say something, going to send a message of some sort that is going to shoot themselves in the foot. And yeah. So we have at least one other person who's going to be brought to justice eventually. See what's going on in the chat. Perp 2 is a tough call. I got a couple people in mind. Jack D was one of them. I think he got his heart broken, but I'm not convinced of that. I'm convinced. I think it was a frat boy. A frat boy. I gotta watch myself too. I don't want to get sued. I hate to name the exact names. I don't care if I mention Brian Koberger because he's already in jail. He's already going to be heading the trial. But I got to be careful of myself legal-wise. Even though I say, in my opinion, entertainment purposes only, I still got to be cautious and watch my ass that somebody doesn't come back and sue me for defamation of character. That is one of the reasons why I get some I get some images and stuff. I don't always say it because of that. Okay. And I've worked too hard and worked my ass off all my life to have it taken away from me because somebody wants to sue me. I'm sorry, but that's why I won't name names specifically all the time. Okay. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Marisol. But okay. Now, what I want to do for the remainder of this live is I kind of want to get some messages from the four, kind of like some encouraging what they want to say to the collective or anybody who is watching this video. I am not going to ask them specific questions about what happened. Their energy is very strong, but you have to understand this is their anniversary when they lost their physical bodies. Okay? And I don't want to upset them in that way. So I'm going to let it be just messages that they may have. That's why they had me go around and collect various oracle decks for some messages that I am going to pull from. I'm just going to clean up my current cards right now. Put those decks away because I think I'm going to keep the one deck out because the girls really like it. They really like the purple. So I am going to keep that deck out. But everything else I'm going to, what I've used already. I didn't mean for that to. Okay. Apparently somebody wanted to say something. They said they wanted to say there's a divine union there who is singing and dancing and playing music. Just saying. So yeah, they're trying to, it sounds like the four are trying to keep a positive attitude right now. Maybe singing and dancing or whatever, trying to raise their own vibrations, being that this is the anniversary. Just kind of what I'm getting. And I want to apologize for what I said earlier, but I'm going to explain why. Somebody in the chat, I was talking about no pregnancy. That's not what I got in my reading. And my response was, this is my reading. This is what I'm getting. Doesn't mean she's wrong. Doesn't mean I'm wrong. She may just not have been shown the pregnancy. The pregnancy came out here tonight. And there has been rumors. There's been rumors that one of the girls were pregnant. And I want to say that don't challenge my readings. Don't call and say, you're wrong. Because it's pretty much what that person was doing, is saying, you're wrong. There is no pregnancy. This is my reading. Don't call me wrong. Maybe I was shown something that you weren't. So I was a little bit offended about that. Do not call me wrong. I don't go into your channel. I don't go into anybody else's channel saying, you're wrong. You're wrong. That is simply rude. You don't do that. That's not proper etiquette. That's not proper reader etiquette either. Just saying. That kind of pissed me off. Okay. Okay, give me a second here. Ladies and gents, give me 5 minutes. I will be back with some messages from the four. Go ahead and chat for a moment. I need to use the ladies' room. Okay, hold on. Potty time. Iced coffee. Iced coffee. Blame it on that. can wait a little bit, kitty. Everybody's saying hi to you, Luna. Yeah, everybody likes you. You're the star of the show. And you're going to seeing that as an invitation, aren't you? You want some kitty treats? Oh, yeah, you know what this is, don't you? Here you go. There are some treats. She's enjoying her treats. No. If I use the upstairs bathroom, Dutton is right there. Those of you who are new to my channel, yes, I have a puppy. Well, I still call him Puppy. His name is Dutton. He's a 1.5 years old. He's a Dalmatian. Yeah. Some of you weren't around at the time. I had another Dalmatian before Dutton. And he sits right here. Hold on. Oops. Right here. I don't know if you can read that. Storm was my baby. I lost him last February 7th. He was my baby. I loved that dog so much. I felt like my heart and soul was shattered. He was 4 years old and he had a bladder stone. And that ended up causing kidney damage. He got backed up. His bladder was ready to explode. And the doctor said we could go in debt 50 grand or so to fix his problems. He'd have to go on dialysis and all this other stuff. Have a kidney transplant if one was available. And we couldn't see putting him through all that. And she said, even at that, chances are likely because he's got it in his DNA that he could form, even with the best of diets, he could form another stone later down the road and be in the same position again. Had to make the heartbreaking decision to have him put to sleep. I still have his collar. His dog tag with his name on it is actually on my key ring, on my keys. I still miss Storm. He was my baby. But then a couple weeks on Valentine's Day, Dutton entered our life. It was like I was so broken. I I mean, I thought I was in pain when my 12-year long relationship broke. So I felt more pain. It was like losing a child. Um, I cried and cried for days. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. And my son found Dutton on the internet. He says, "Hey, Mom, look at this." I didn't really know if I was really ready for another dog. I hadn't exactly healed, but Dutton came into our life, helped me heal. But Storm is not forgotten. Up on my mantle, I've got a um, a charcoal drawn portrait of him on my mantle upstairs. Thank you. Yes, grief is a process. But Dutton is a wild child. He still is a wild child. Totally different personality than what Storm. Storm was pretty docile. That one up there, he's a wild child. Um, let's see if I can do this. See, do I still have them? Um, I don't think I deleted them. Let me see. Um, last night. You see that? And you see that in my son's room. No more dog bed. He destroyed it. He had that dog bed since we got him, almost. No more dog bed. Yeah, it was. I don't know what got into him. And he did all that in a matter of 20 minutes. That's all it took him. 20 fucking minutes. I left, took dinner to my son because my son was working. By the time I dropped that off, stopped at the convenience store on my way home, and then came home, got home 20 minutes. There was the dog bed from one end of the house to the other. I had a mess to clean up last night. But anyhow, enough chit chat. Okay. Kind of lighten the mood up a little bit. I think he has separation anxiety long gone. I really do. Yes, and he's still puppy. He's a year and a half old. He turned a year. His Here was the other thing about him. His birthday is May 18th. So May 18th this year he turned 1 year. May 18th is a significant date in my life. May 18th is when I left my 12-year-long relationship after he cheated on me and moved in here with my son. That was on May 18th of 2018. So May 18th is a specific date in my life. And his birthday, he was born on the 4th anniversary, 4th year that I was living here. And fours represents stability, building foundations, and so 1111. So it's just everything. It just felt like Dutton was meant to be my dog. So, um, so, you never see him because I can't bring him down here because he terrorizes my cat. The other cat upstairs, he's scared shitless of because she has scratched the shit out of him before. He just like Storm. She did the same thing to Storm. But Storm and my cat were buddies. Dutton and my cat are not buddies at this point. He's too young. When he matures a little bit, maybe. But, and besides that, he gets into cat food. He's addicted to food. Okay, that is Dutton. I took that the other night when he was sleeping. One of the rare moments that he sleeps. Oh, you'll like this. He has a tag on his collar. I just got him microchipped last month. But before that, he's had this tag that has a tracking system in it because he was an escape artist. He tries to tear that tag off all the time. He can't get it off. But that's him. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, let's get some messages from the 4. Okay? I'm going to get a couple oracle cards from each one. This is for us as a collective, or it may even sound personal to you. You could choose who you want a message from, or you could listen to all of them. And we are going to start with Ethan. A message from Ethan, then Xana, then Maddie, then Kaylee. Okay? Okay, messages from Ethan. What does he want us to know? Okay, what is your message, Ethan? The how is in the now. What has your intuition been trying to tell you? Wow. What's the other side? The Midas touch. Things are working out in your favor. In what ways are you abundant right now? So Ethan, right out the gate, is saying, instead of what he's trying to say here is instead of being in the mindset of what you are lacking, you want to have that self-love, you want to have your light shining, and You want to look at life as, instead of what I don't have, what do I have? What am I thankful for? Okay. What else? I'm going to get one of these cards. Okay, what else? Ethan. Great achievement. You know, looking at your achievements, not your failures. Okay. He wants you to concentrate on your accomplishments. What have you done? And celebrate those accomplishments in your life. Okay. I'm not being called to the angel decks at this point. Maybe at the end. Now, all the decks that I'm using were called to me, were shown to me by the four. They had a little bit of a disagreement on which decks I really was supposed to use, but they settled on these decks. And he has 2 cards here for you. Open up your heart and seek beauty. Wow. Open up your heart. Wow. To the beauty that's within. Wow, wow, wow. This deck, they're telling me to go ahead and put this deck away because I'm not feeling it, and I don't even remember which one wanted this particular deck, but it's going away because I'm not feeling called to use it, and they're saying that's fine. Okay, we're going to use this big deck to create a story around this. I got 2 tarot decks out, 3 tarot decks. It's just whichever ones that they decide they want to use. Okay. I'm letting Ethan choose the decks he wants to give messages from what's on my table around me. And this is going to be the final messages from Ethan. Okay, Ethan. Okay, Ethan, the King of Coins. Be grounded and patient. And be disciplined. But this is about, I think, him saying be patient with yourself. And the King of Wands. Follow your vision. Be patient and allow your vision to unfold. The Sun for enlightenment and success will come. Don't allow yourself to be trapped in negativity. Have no regrets over your choices, your decisions. Don't live with regret. Embrace that sun. Embrace the happiness that lies ahead. Okay, Ethan, thank you. Okay, then we're going to do Xana. Let me just clean up Ethan's cards. I'm going to pull from this deck for each of the 4 to start out. Okay, Xana. Xana, what messages do you have, please? What do you want to tell the collective out there? Your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? That is having purpose. I love that energy. And I feel more this is about finding your purpose, living your purpose, following your path. Okay. What else, Xana? Hey, Xana. Victim mentality. She's saying it doesn't serve you, doesn't serve your life path if you're always a victim. She is saying that is the attitude that will hold you back from your purpose. What else? Family and friends and your gods, your spirit guides. Okay, so somebody's spirit guides are connecting to Xana, and Xana's connecting to me that you got to get out of the victim mentality. And it feels like, sometime, or if it's not you, you might be dealing with a family member or a friend that's like family who is part of that victim mentality. But you can't allow that to keep you from your life path. No, don't give in to those type of thoughts, or don't give in to people who try to play victim. She says the key is not to be a victim yourself. Wow, okay. Yes. Don't be a victim yourself. Feels like there's 2 cards here. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I think I'm wrong. I think it's just 1. Be true to your heart. And be spontaneous. So if you have a desire, a dream, she's saying to just do it. Don't play victim to anybody. Don't let that kind of mindset hold you back. Don't let friends that might have that kind of mindset hold you back. And she wants me to use the purple. Okay. Ethan said this was too girly. That's why he chose the other deck. He says this one's too girly. He says, I'm not gay. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Okay. Messages from Xana. Two of Swords. If you are confused about a pathway, strength, have fortitude. And if you are avoiding something, avoiding a decision, maybe avoiding a confrontation, a discussion in regards to somebody who likes to be a victim, sometimes you have to have that fortitude. Sometimes you have to have that courage and that strength to take a strong position and conquer that type of energy. Because somebody, if you allow them, will rob you of your victory. And sometimes with the Tower, you just got to dismantle that type of relationship. And Queen of Pentacles, nurture yourself. That was pretty specific for somebody who is dealing with that kind of situation. Very specific. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do Maddie. Okay, Maddie. Maddie, messages from Maddie. Okay, can I? Oh, didn't even give me a chance to cut the deck. Oh, Maddie's ready to speak. You are the joy seeker. What little victories can you celebrate? She's talking about when you have those big, huge, giant goals and you're trying to make progress, trying to get traction, trying to move towards it. But it's like that illusion, in the movies when you're walking down in those eerie haunted movies where you're walking down the hallway and it just seems like the hallway gets longer and longer, like you never get to the end of the hallway. That's kind of what she's showing me. And what you need to do is you kind of need to break that down. Instead of waiting to celebrate the big victory at the end that it feels like you're not going to reach, when you have little milestones, celebrate each little milestone. Okay. Let's see what else she comes up with. Okay. Loss. True love. Oh. Now, take this how it resonates, but I'm getting this that there may have been a loss of a loved one, whether it was a breakup, a passing, or this could even be if you a job, like if you felt like a certain job was you truly loved, or this could be true love of a pet, whatever that loss represents to you and a true love. This is how you work through the loss. As you grieve, as you heal, instead of looking at that long-term goal and waiting to celebrate, when you're over this, celebrate, treat yourself with every small milestone that you reach in your recovery, in your healing process. Assurance. This is something that is deeply rooted, deeply planted. Okay. So this is something that probably runs deep. That's going to take some time to rejuvenate, to bounce back from. And you got every little step you take, you got to celebrate. Wish, make a wish. So this is saying you may be wishing that you could forget about this, that you could heal from this, that when am I going to reach my goal? When am I going to go across that finish line? And she's saying, when you look at each little step, celebrate that as if that was a wish fulfillment. Okay. It's important to acknowledge your progress. Pat yourself on the back. The old saying, how do you eat an elephant? One piece at a time. So that's what I feel her main message is about breaking things down instead of one huge big goal to small milestones, smaller accomplishments. It'll make obtaining your larger goal more realistic to you. Page of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. And the Moon. She's saying, even if you don't see it right now, even if you're fearful of the future, even though it's not quite in sight, you are going to be granted your wish. You got the wish card here twice. You're going to be granted your wish. Okay? Another drink. Okay, and last, we're going to get some messages from Kaylee. Okay, messages from Kaylee. Wow. The collective field is impacting you. Unseen forces in action. How can you relinquish control of the situation that feels blocked? That's a very loud message. And I don't think it needs explaining either. Very straightforward. Okay, what else, Kaylee? What else would you like to say, Kaylee? She wants me to put this deck down. That's nuts. But I will. Because her request was a couple angel decks, and I just decided to put them all in one lump. She wants the angels. Okay. She's not feeling this other deck. So, she feels like an angel. You know, just her demeanor. Okay, we're going to cut. Okay, we've got opportunity, surrender and release. So what I'm getting here is, you know, that control issue over a situation, something that is blocking you, that there is an opportunity of release, releasing that, letting it go. But it's up to you. She's saying that you have the opportunity, the ability to let something go. You have the opportunity to release that which blocks you. But it's up to you. There's any obstacles. This almost feels a lot like in line with Xana's message. A lot like Xana. Be in service. Beautiful harvest. And one more from this deck. Amplify your positive emotions. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We're on to something here. This is about receiving abundance and being rewarded for all the hard work and dedication and things that you've done for others is going to come back to you tenfold. And she's also saying you need to work on amplifying the positive emotions and surrendering the negative. You want to manifest? Somebody's trying to manifest opportunities, is what she's saying. And she's saying there are certain things that are standing in your way of obstacles. What are those obstacles? Those obstacles are the negative emotions, that you need to surrender those negative emotions and amplify the positive. And by putting in that kind of work to stop the negative thinking and working on yourself, by putting in the work, you're going to be rewarded. But she's saying your destination, your future is all up to you. I can't make this shit up. Okay, so that's the messages from each of the four. This has been a really interesting live. I'm going to clean up my decks here real quick. Get them nice and neat. And then I'll look at the chat. Okay. I think, yep, I did. Okay, I will look at the chat. I know I missed a lot. Hello, Rock That Body. Oh, is Jay Lynn in the house? Too. I know. There's no way, and I apologize, and I'm going to be able to say hello to 288 people at one time. But this has been really interesting. Absolutely. Okay, and I'm seeing some questions here. Yeah, I'm not doing any kind of free readings or donation readings tonight. This was all about the four. However, I do have on my website, which is mysticjenn, JENN.com. There is a link in the description box. Anybody that would want a private reading, to book a private reading with me, Zoom or Skype. Everything's on my website says Zoom, but I can do Skype. You just have to book through the Zoom link and send me a message that you would rather have Skype. Or I also offer the YouTube pre-recorded readings. You send me your question, I do the video and upload it. Non-identifying information is ever given in the YouTube readings, pre-recorded readings. Yes, it was a beautiful anniversary reading. Yes. Thank you, Just Love. I've been doing this for a really long time. I am turning 55 in January. I'm getting old. I'm turning 55. And I started reading cards around the age of 13. Started out with just simply being interested in the horoscopes in the newspaper. Then my grandmother bought me for my 13th birthday, bought me um, an astrology book. And then she was teaching me how to read playing cards, which went into tarot. And here I am. Yeah, I've been doing this for a really long time. December 20th, Lisa. Ah, December 20th. Is my ex-husband's birthday. Yeah. I'm trying to think how old he's going to be. I think he's turning 59 or 58. 59. I don't know. He was born in 64. I still suck at math. I lost track because I haven't been married to him in 20 years. I divorced his ass like 20 years ago. So, thank you, dear. Thank you, Jay. So, I think I need to answer my son's text message to see if I can embarrass him. I don't know where he finds these jokes. Seriously, do you know what a reverse exorcism is? It's when the devil tells the priest to get out of the little boys. I should have read that all through first. It is just amazing. I never know what he's going to send me. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Mature women rock. Okay. What did the blonde say? Oh, donut seeds. Oh my God. Okay. I had to send that one to my son. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Okay, I am going to get going from here. It was fun. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And those that joined late, you got to go watch the reading at the beginning. Oh my God. Boy, was it revealing. Okay. I love you all. I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you guys in the next one. I am going to go live Wednesday night, same time, 7:30 p.m., where I will be doing free and donation readings. Be on the lookout for that post. And let me tell you, I do limit now how many donation readings I will do so that there's an opportunity to pull free card readings for those that are getting the free reads. The free reads are simply a message, a simple oracle card pull. I have it set up on my website now that got through my website into the store, and there's something that specifically says YouTube donation or whatever level because they sell out quick. I never have I rarely have any slots left when I start my live. But I'm going to put a post up tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that for anybody that's interested. Outside of that, I love you all and I'll see you next time.